Okay, dokie. I think we're good. Alright. So, here at the Dragon Farm. And I keep having this weird issue where it just stops. I don't know what causes this. Yeah, I did some terraforming. It's now just kind of a flat plane here. And I have gone through the drones program and reduced it to just this. So it has fewer blocks that it needs to search. And yeah, a lot more efficient all around. Anyway, yeah, so need to figure that out. Oh, you want to go? Okay. Come on, get up there. There you go. Alright. So we need basically detect when this happens somehow. So what I've discovered through using entity and block detectors is that this is an entity on top of fire, or in fire. Which is interesting. I kind of always thought that the thing was part of a block. But no, it's just fire with an entity in it. Which is kind of interesting. And so basically what we need to do is we need to detect when we have a fire with an entity in it. And let's see. We need to detect when it's been here for too long. If it's been here for too long, it needs to smack one of the entities or all of the entities. And after it's been smacked, the fire does not go out. Apparently fire on bedrock here in the end just goes on forever. So that also needs to be smacked. Luckily, they are in the same block, so that shouldn't be too difficult to smack them both with the same player thing. Oh, you want to go? No? There you go. So, unfortunately, this is focused on the bedrock below it, and there's kind of ways to raise it up so it can interact with things above it, but I think it would be better if I just created new player things. Yeah. So, I actually need to make those. So we need 4 player simulators. We also need... Let's see, each one requires 3 of these things. Because it's 9 blocks out that it has to reach. So 3 times 4, it's 12. Boop. 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 Oh, it's dumping stuff in the chest. Right, yeah, okay. Now, 3 each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Already adjusted these ones here. See, block reader, fire, entity reader just sees an entity crystals there. Let's see, now 2x, so this would be 3x. 9 and 3. is minus 2z, so this would be 9 and minus 3. So this one would probably be negative x, yep. So it's 3 and 9. So this one would have to be positive z, so 3. Just to verify that. Yes, okay, cool. Now when I pull up my wrench, they should all be pointing to the correct spot. Awesomeness, okay. Now we need the verification check. So what we need is some sort of timer that can last for a programmable amount of time, and when it goes off, we'll allow it to enter a fail-safe state, and my brain just stopped working. Alright, so it enters a fail-safe state where it smacks the end crystals. Have probably a semi-independent check that checks see if there's a fire with no end crystal and smacks the fire to put it out. Let's see. The timer also needs to be restartable, or I guess stoppable. So, like this, I don't think this would work very well. Oh, kind of essentially what I'm thinking is an item on the ground. We can actually program how long it will live on the ground. So we can make use of that. So we just need like an entity placer, an entity item placer, entity item exporter, and an entity detector. And that's pretty much our timer. But of course, there's the problem of me accidentally picking it up and whatnot, so... Oh, well, so... what I could actually do to kind of get around this is... like, place it way below here, like, way down below. No, I'm gonna want to see it. So, you know what, we'll put it here. Alright, I need world item importer, world item exporter, there we are, and an entity detector. Oh, entity reader, that's what I need. A detector, a reader. Okay. And we're also going to need some cable. Alright, so this would be... what? I'm glad I had my wrench out. Where is that pointing? Oh. Put the 9 in the wrong one. Whoopsies. Actually, you know what? I can just... stick it right here. This is probably the wrench I should be using. So I can do this. Okay. Entity reader. Exporter. Importer. Something I've discovered is that these blocks do not actually have a full hitbox. So need a facade to give them a full hitbox, which is interesting. Do I have glass on me? I do not. But I did. Must have put it all back just before. And I'm going to need a magnet. Or rather, a demagnetization coil. I wonder what would happen if I just kind of stuck it here. Can it output a block just right there? Okay, so next we're going to need to work on the script. Place entity. Channel 0. What I'm thinking of using is kind of just we'll give it a ridiculously long lifespan here. And then I'll set the pickup delay to 6,000. Velocity needs to be 0. Transfer rate is just 1. So we only ever need 1. Okay. That was this one, right? Yeah, okay. What was I saying before? I was saying something, but now I don't remember what it was. We're just going to have this be pick up all entities. Do not ignore the pickup delay. Yes, that'll be fine. I recently discovered that you could put just a blank one in there for true. So now it will pick up any item after its delay. Let's end it. Well, oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's an issue. Okay, well, you know, we can actually use different ones. We can use pick up item entities to pick it up early, and pick up all items, just pick it, just a blank pickup thing. That'll work, maybe. I don't know what will happen if it has two of these that have things they want done at the same time. Alright, well, should be fine, maybe. So what we got here? That is... We're gonna need this. The drone can teleport. Although where it's teleporting to, I have no idea, because like it's been stuck like this for a little while, so where's it going? I went this way. Guess not. Look at the minimap. Minimap shows me where it is often. I'm not seeing it. Where did that thing go? Went over here. Why did that thing go over there? Better question. Why is it now in... Wait, it found one. There was one for it to pick up for some reason. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so... Yeah, alright. We need to stop focusing on things and focus on other things. Yeah, that made sense. That was a sentence. Okay, so where are we? Oh. Which disc is this? This is 7. Alrighty then. No, we don't really need the Dragon Phase one anymore, honestly. I'm just gonna recycle that value in the associated thing. Leave the display thing there for now. It's probably gonna be used for this. Failsafe check. Okay, so we've got this. Okay. So what does this failsafe check involve? Well, function. Can't spell. Function. There we go. So, failsafe function. Oh dear, this is gonna need multiple things, isn't it? So, each one is gonna have to be kind of tracked separately. So we're gonna have end ent and block. So the end entity. So end ent will be the entity detector pointed at the end crystal, and block will be the block detector pointed at the end crystal. And well, we need to know what state we're in, and you know what? We'll call this failed. And function. Slide my keyboard over so it's actually right in front of me and I'm not typing at a weird angle. has failed. State and I guess I'll just call it timer, whatever. It's technically an entity thing, but whatever. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. So this will only happen in the first state. Though it might need to be split into 2 states. Maybe I should do that. Okay. Alright. So here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here and... Shoot, what are you again? 348. You are 348. Okay. Okay, so block entity. I'm just gonna recycle these. Block entity. Block entity. Block and entity. Alrighty then. So oh dear. Now I need to keep track of them because they're all need to be individually handled. You know what? This is fine. This is fine. I'll just do this. They'll kind of be paired together here. Actually, I still need these because I need to combine them all into a single list. Where's my programmer? There we are. Concatenate. I guess it's concate. I keep calling it concatenate. No kooky. I'm gonna need another variable store pretty soon. We'll just do that. Oh, I already have a second one here. Just ready to go. Okay, and Okay. I'm gonna need more variables. Okay, so now I have one with all of them. Let's terminal here. Okay, so right. Now I remember what I was doing. Okay, so we're gonna have a new stay here. Okay, so oh dear, how am I gonna do this? Because now this thing needs to be also aware of the failsafe item has been placed. Well, I've already do that. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Fail timer. Fail timer. Okay, so that would be. Okay, so. You see here. This would be append. Okay. Okay, so we have blank list. Append this one. Append this one. Append. Okay. Yep. So then we have essentially this here. This needs to be appended to this. Append. So now our list. Any. Okay. Yeah. Got confused as to which one was which there for a moment. We're good. I'm just gonna stick that there. Stick that there. And going forward, I'm going to need to modify the existing variables that use that state to have this in there. But that'll be in a minute. Actually, I should probably just pull the 2 state timer things now. That one and this one here. Shove them here. Okay. That way things don't accidentally kick off while I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. So we've got that. We've got the fail timer. The fail timer is the entity list for that. Oop. Why? Oop. Right, I don't need to do that. Soul send. What is the item ID for Susie? It is soul underscore sand. Makes sense. I'm gonna change this. Don't delete them. Okay. There you go. You happy now? What? Okay, let's try that again. Okay. We need to figure out where I have. Here we are. Okay, so technically all of this do that. Technically all this would actually go here. Oh dear. No, this needs to be aware of more than just failed timer. This needs to be aware of the end crystals as well. Spelled wrong. No, that's correct. Okay. Alrighty then. So that means that I need to hunt down And crystal things here, that'd be this. Okay, that's what this was for. That needs to get moved here. So we've got that. That needs to kind of be recycled. So we need this one here. And this one. Wrong one. And okay, so we have this list. This gets concatenated, or gets appended to it. And we got that. Then we have this list. This gets appended to it. And then we have that. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. Now, I suppose I should talk about why I'm appending these things here and creating this huge mess. It's because apply only goes up to 3 arguments. If you want more, you have to use apply n, which takes a list of items, and it takes the items in that list and breaks them up into the arguments up here. Yes. Okay, so, and crystals. Actually, just out of curiosity, where is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so, come on. Okay, end crystal. Okay, so it is just end crystal. What? Name. Uname. Okay, so what is the name of the end crystal here? That's Minecraft end crystal. Okay. So that's about what I thought. I had to verify, though. Now, both these can get recycled. Okay. So we're good. Yeah, that should apply to it. So if I just look for entity and crystal, that should be good. Okay, so if should be paste kind of actually wants that there like that. IWY. Okay, so we wouldn't be looking there, we'd be looking here. And we're actually looking to count the number of end crystals, so there count 0. You know, we can just call this count. Okay. Yes. Now we need to do another one here. So if count is greater than or equal to 4, it should never be greater than, but I like to just throw in that little caveat there. Why does it want to do 2? That's weird. I don't understand auto indentation sometimes. Oop, that was the wrong button. Okay, so if we have 4 end crystals, then oh, neat. Oop, no, that's not where I need that. You know what, let's do the smart thing here. Now, I have no idea why I did that. When I pressed for that, I fat-fingered a bunch of things. Just, I did it again. I have absolutely no idea what causes that. Okay, so O causes it to new line thing. Okay, interesting. Okay, so fail timer type is equal to fail timer, which is absolutely freaking wrong, but kind of funny. So that's not quite right. We actually want to know if it is item. Okay, it's probably a bit spoilery. It isn't, but this will probably yeah, this is something I want to talk about a bit later, but that's fine. We're just gonna steal some code, and in fact, this whole line here is essentially kind of what I want. Okay, so if we have 4 end crystals down and the soul sand has been placed, then we move on to return. I just realized this loop can't be like that. However, we should also check for the presence of the freaking dragon, because if the dragon is there, then obviously we need to be moving on to dealing with the dragon. We need to be chasing that dragon. Okay, yes. Okie dokie. so alright, so next we need to have it checked to see if the soul sand has... Oops. If the soul sand is not there. So you should probably default to true. And then we set failed to false here. What should it do in this instance? Should I make another, like, failed state to this? Really need to continue looking for the failsafe. Yeah. In which case we have to go up here and change all these. This needs to be now 3. Because 3 is the successful state. And then I have to go through and modify all these. And that looks correct. Okay. Alright, so it has failed. we just need it to if count equals to 0. Return 0. Okay, so if it has failed, wait for there to be no end crystals, and then we return it to state 0 and try again. Yes. Okay. See, I believe largely the other states here are unaffected, except for having, you know, having the numbers change there. So place crystals is going to be state 0 still. That's good. Attack state is actually going to be state 3. Disable stasis state is 4. Cleanup is 5 and 6. And now, because we have a designated failed state, we don't need to have this here. We can just do this and state. Okay, so if state 2 is equal to 2, because that's where it's watching, if I recall. No, state 2 is it has failed. Okay, no, so this would be state 1? Yes, okay. State 1 is it's checking. No, this would be state 2, because this function will be turning values if we've entered state 2. Yes, okay. What are we returning exactly? Just true or false, really. Yeah, I think it's just true or false. So if state 2, then I guess we just return true. Else otherwise we need to do a bit of a check here. We need to see if there is... It's not quite what I meant to do, but it'll work. We need to go through and check to see if there's an end crystal. doesn't have a break at the end, it needs to have one. I wish the brackets would have an implicit break, but it doesn't. At least it doesn't in C. I don't know about JavaScript. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm going to assume it doesn't, if nothing else. Okay. Okay, so we do a end crystal count. If it is... If there's no end crystals in that space... No, actually... If there are end crystals in that space, then return... No. Then if... Alright, better idea. Okay, so... Here... Else if... It does require space. Okay. Otherwise, we look at, and block dot name. What is the... name... Actually, could I just do that? Just reuse this? I can. Okay, so it's Minecraft Fire. That makes sense. So... Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't have it selected. Okay. I was worried there for a second. Okay, so... Once fire is equal to Minecraft fire. Okay, so if y is equal to fire. Actually, we should probably check to make sure it's not null. Alright. I'm gonna need to... Switch over to window 3. So if that is not null and equal to fire, then we check to see if there are end crystals there. If there are end crystals there, So, if there are end crystals present, then we return blue. No, wait. If there are no end crystals present, then we return true. Because we only want to hit it when there are no end crystals there. Because we want to put out the fire, we don't want to destroy end crystals unnecessarily. Okay, yes. Now we need the fail-safe timer. Alright, how am I going to make this work? So we have function place fail. What do I call that? Logic fail, I guess. And we have pick up fail. Okay, so place fail. We also need to know what state it is for both these. Indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. Where was I? Place fail. Yes, we need to place the failure. So, if state is equal to 0, right? 0 is where we start looking for the failure. Or start looking for the fail item timer thing to be started, right? Alright, so let's see. Yes. So this is where we're looking for the fail item to have been placed. And I am just going to yoink that. Okay, so happens. Okay, so this would be, let's go 1, 5, 4, 2, 1, 6, 4, string in place. R plus fail of them. Right. Okay, so if we're in state 0 and there is one already, then we just return the null item. Otherwise, we return this might be getting big enough that we need another tab. Okay. So alright, so if we're in state 0, check to see if there's already soul sand out. If there isn't, place one down. If there is, null item, and in all other situations, null item. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay. And for pickup fail, if so, you know what? Their pickup is equal to list. If state is greater than 1, then Pick up, push, fail, I. Return. Okie dokie. Okay, so if the state is greater than 1, which would be either this has already failed or we're fighting the dragon, then it's safe to just pick up the soul sand item and reset the timer. Or I guess abort the timer, whatever. So this will go through, this will list all the soul sands that are currently out and add them to the pickup list and pick them up. Otherwise, it'll just return kind of an empty list. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now we need to implement the thing here. So what do we need? We need the new functions. Actually, I suppose I need to update the old functions first. So state, here's the new list of things. Where is, there we are. Fly n this and this. There we go. Okay, so that's now updated. Okay, so this is the state that we're going to be using for all the variables. And just shut that there. Okay, we need the new values for the new functions. What are the new functions? Okay, so place crystal was the one that already existed. We have place, fail, pickup, fail, and fail safe. Okay. So place crystal, so we have place fail. To highlight the whole thing, otherwise it has issues. Place fail. One thing I really like about the scripting thing is that it tells you what function this actually represents under member, which is really nice for trying to figure out what this thing is, because all the other variables you just have a number to go by, and it's like, what the hell even is that? Although you can probably name them in like a anvil, but that's a lot of work. So pickup fail, and we have fail safe. Okay. So that is our state variable thing here. Okay, so we'll do pickup. No, we'll do place fail last towards the end. So I'm just going to stick that there for safekeeping. I'm going to do that last because That triggers at state 0, and we are in state 0 just by default. Yep, okay, so we'll do pickup fail first. So pickup fail. What are the arguments for pickup fail? Pickup fail is state and fail. I believe you are fail. So apply to. So pickup fail would be this. State. That is, yeah, okay. That'd be that. Got this. Okay. Yeah, put that back for safekeeping. This pickup fail would go here. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to redo this then. Or rethink this. So, item pickup time. We don't have access to the pickup time. That's got to be under item NBT. Okay, so return to the test function. Huzzah. Actually, since we're just kind of doing this, we can just return fail I dot NDT. Not ideal, but okay for a test, in which case we need to place fail. Okay. So we need to actually do the place fail first. Just keep them together. So place fail would be, well, it's got huge lifespan, so it should be fine. So place fail needs what? Okay, so place fail also needs this. Y2, yes. So place fail, S. Which order are they in? State and then the fail. So state and then the fail. I've handled this card so much. I have its variable ID memorized at this point. Okay. So you go back here. Show this here. Okay, what is this returning? ID? Oh, that's because it's in my inventory. Usually kind of stick it right there, so I'll just toss this one up here. Soul sand. Okay, yeah. That is correct. Okay. Now then, if we place this here, and then this here, we get there's no NBT data. Okay, that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, technically, I could just have a second one. Okay, well. Yeah, so technically I could just have a second item importer here. World item importer, where's there it is? World item importer. There we go. There we go. Now I believe I have the sod glass. I can just do this. Awesome. And the fact that it's only dispensed one tells me that it's good, even though it looks like it's kind of not. That actually looks kind of interesting on top of the magnet like that. Alright. Cool. Cool beans. Oh, and it detected that there's 4 end crystals, and that's there, and so next we just need the fail-safes, which will involve these 4 here. Better if I move all this crap over here and move this stuff up. Actually, what order? Oh, I left the terminal up on the screen. Oh. Okay, well, oops. Okay, so ents and then blocks. Okay. Whoops, I did not mean to just leave that terminal up on the screen. So, but whatever, you guys probably know what was going on, what I did. And we also need the state. Okay, so state, entity, and then block. So programmer, apply 3. So we have failsafe, state, entity, block, boom, entity, block, boom, entity, block, boom, entity, block, boom. Okay. State thing back in here. I have that in here. I do not. That should probably actually go back in there. Yeah, that's the one that goes in here. Okay. Now the click needs to be not right-clicked. Okay. Cook. Right click. Okay, cool. 341 could not be found. Oh. Yeah. Excuse me, what? Okay, so it should have returned through, I think, at this point. What is it returning exactly? Oh, crystal's not. What? Oh, I see what I did. I see what I did. I seems what I did. Okay, so AIW, yes. Let's try that again. Press the wrong button. What the? Oh. Okay, hopefully. Okay, that one went off without a hitch. Okay, so this would be 187 through, let's say, 208 S 1. No. 2. Now control R1. G. Okay, it was just those two. Also, no highlight, because I know it's doing that. Okay. False. Okay. This would be... no right click. This would be... no right click. This would be... no right click. So I can't help to notice how there are still N crystals here. We're in state 1. Why are we in state 1? It failed. What happened? Did I pick that up or did it pick up? I picked that up, but it should still have counted that as a fail. So why didn't it count that as a fail? Okay, so that would be up here in the state thing. Okay, so it would not... so there are 4, so it would not have gone to stage 1 if that was... if any of that was false. Okay, if failed, then Return to. I can't believe I forgot that. Okay. Well, I totally can't believe that I forgot that. It seems to just be smacking the block, not the fire. Okay, well, that's something at least. How about... Huh? North. Okay, I think we need to somehow be smack in the center. Is there like a... It should be like right in the middle of the block, shouldn't it? I'll have to go back to the default of down. Let's see, click entity. I might have to be a little bit more creative. Like maybe spawn in TNT or something. How many blocks away is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I was to do something rather stupid, like take, say, a Tesla. Why is it crafting crucible? Oh, because it's making coke and crucible oil is a byproduct of that. And it keeps track of that. kind of what I'm thinking is that end crystals are entities, and the Tesla will attack any entity within 6 blocks of it. So if I just place a Tesla under it and activate it with a redstone signal when there's been a failure... Oh, no, I can't use the Tesla here. Okay, well, I'm going to let that finish because I need them later anyway. I can't use a Tesla because it would attack the drone. Another option would be to use like a spell. Yeah, I don't think there would be any risk of hitting anything else if I just shoot it upwards, right? Put it over here. Okay. So... turret. You know what, we'll go for a timer turret here. Perfect, okay. And if I do essentially silk touch, a couple of piercings on it. Well, actually, I suppose I should probably test it to make sure this works even. Well... no. If I test it, then I won't have this opportunity where it is broken. Which is just absolutely perfect for testing. Oop. Make sure that the whole system kind of works. Okay, so... anyway, terminal, there we go, that's what I want to do. So, how this is going to work now is... we're still going to have this function here, but... going to actually split it up. Well, I guess put out fires. Put out fires. I clearly spelled this wrong, I'm not sure how, so... No, put out fires doesn't even need to know the state. It's just B, delete, W, paste. Okay, so failsafe now just keeps track of states. Shift V, delete, paste, W delete. Okay, so put out fires is now what we'll put on the thing, since we're no longer relying on them to take out the end crystals. Yes. Also means I'm going to need to go around and readjust all these here. As fun as it is to listen to that sizzle, I'm just going to have to... These, that is... Okay. Need to keep them straight in my brain meats. Not that I guess it would really matter all that much, but anyway, whatever. So... Okay, so now we just have apply to... Oh, I need to bring the terminal off the screen so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, right. I need... failsafe. Here, well, you know what? Need the new function here. Need the new function. Pick up fail. Where is it in relation to everything else? It's right after failsafe, but before pick up. Or before attack. So... I did not call it failsafe. Called it put out fires. Did I not save this? I might not have saved it. Okay. Now I have saved it. Okay, so put out fires. There it is. Put out fires. Down to our last variable card. Okay. I need more variable cards. That should do. Okay, so... So apply to put out fires, entity, block, variable, entity, block, variable, entity, block, variable, entity, block, variable. Okay. Technically that kind of comes after that there. Error. Excuse me, wait. Okay, what is your issue here? What did I screw up? Where did I screw up? Oh, I see. Return false. Yes, return false or. And you know what? I just realized this could be easily just condensed to W paste. B, delete that. So we're just only interested to make if it's state for that. Essentially. Okay. Good. And because everything kind of became valid, it restarted the system, throwing that down, which is why we're now in 2. There we go. Okay. And yeah, you are connected. Okay, so next we have failsafe, which is this. Failsafe. Apply. And that. Okay. There. That there. And that there. Why are you true? You should not be true. Why are we in 2? We shouldn't be in 2. We should be in 1 because it's placed the item. Why did it enter 2 though? Like, so why? What would have made it go into 2 prematurely here? So from 0 it can go into either 1 or 3. From 1 it can go into 3 or 2. This is the only time it can enter 2. So why was it in 2? Maybe it failed, and while in a failed state it placed the thing. But that should only happen in state 0 here. Eh, whatever. I guess I'm not gonna worry too much about it. We're just gonna sit here for the 5 minutes for it to do its thing. Kill this guy because he is nothing. He needs to start shit, so he get hit. Let's get an end jar here. I should have... Wait, why is there just kind of a random source jar here? I need to deal with that. Okay. Backpack. Okay, I do have them in here. Down there. Wait, what? What's going on here? Even more concerning is the fact that it's not working. Okay, where is... So... I guess... this needs to be opposite. And it actually propagated. I'm surprised by that. Turned off. Nice. And it doesn't need to keep continuously firing. So the fact that that didn't do anything. The fact that that's not doing anything is kind of interesting. Okay, so let's get rid of that. We're just gonna have a normal projectile. We don't want it to be homing. We don't really need amplify here. Pierce. Yeah, okay. And then if I hit this here. Okay. 2 pierces and a harm. Oops. Well, fuck. Okay. Maybe harm. And we can't do any pierces and the harm. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess that's all I can do for now. Like, I accidentally hit the thing myself. So nothing to do but wait until it breaks again. Yay! Okay, well, whatever. Amplify. Increase the damage dealt. Alright, whatever. That's not correct. Why did that happen? Bingo, there it is. Fuck off. Instead, kind of what I should do is like this here. That's facade glass. Okay, place that there. And then throw the magnet on top. That way it's only covering kind of what it needs to. Why did it enter a failed state? What is going on here? What? You're not respecting pickup delay? No, you are respecting pickup delay. How are you in state 4 now? You were in state 2 in the failed state. The failed state can't go to state... Minecraft must be broken. That's the only explanation I have here. Minecraft is broken and the server needs to be restarted. At least I can throw this up on the screen, so it's not just staring at the same thing while waiting for this thing to load. We got text to stare at while we wait for the server to reload. This has kind of been one of the aggravating things of building this. This has got to be the least stable version of modded Minecraft I have ever played. Like, I never had Minecraft just internally break like this before. I mean, sure, you'll get things here and there stop working, but like, something fundamentally breaks inside of Minecraft here. And like, a good chunk of the time when something I'm working on doesn't work, it's like, is it not working because I did something wrong? Or is it working simply because Minecraft has broken again? It's really, really aggravating. I've never had this happen before. I've never had this. You in the past, anytime something hasn't worked, it's usually because I did something wrong. And when Minecraft broke, it would like just outright crash. But here it's not crashing. It itself doesn't seem to think that there's something wrong. I think it might be. Found all crystals, respawning dragon. Okay, that means the server's loaded and it's currently doing the end dragon fight. So this has been an aggravating experience. I have no idea why it's like this. Like I said in the past, whenever something didn't work, it usually meant that I did something wrong. But here, I can do everything right, but because something under the surface of Minecraft has broken, it just doesn't work. I've been playing modded Minecraft for like 15 years, something like that. Yeah, I think about 15 years almost. And like, I've never had it do this before. This is the first playthrough that I've done. Okay, that is correct. Maybe. Maybe that's correct. I mean, it's not in state 2, so that's a plus. So here, so state 2 wire. Okay, there we go. So it's in state 3, kill dragon. Okay, so why you no kill dragon? Why dragon no dead? God damn it! Did it break all fucking ready? Holy shit! Like, what the hell? Okay, okay, we need to reuse this. I thought I was done with this, but apparently I am not. So that. What does this require? Where's my terminal? There it is. Okay, so it just requires the entities in question. That would be not that one, not that one. Here we are. Apply this, this, get this, that, and now this. It's in -1. So the dragon is not detectable. Okay, there we go. Okay. It wasn't being bound by that. I don't know what was going on. Oh, you want to go? Okay, so we are in state 4. For some reason, it ejected the failsafe item when it shouldn't have. And I couldn't help but hear the thing shooting projectiles when it shouldn't. Oh, right, because this requires a constant redstone signal. And when I have that there, it's not going to be providing a constant redstone signal. Wish there was a way to invert this. Is there a way to invert the tower? The turrets, I mean. Just Google that. No. That says use redstone torch. Okay. Not quite what I was hoping for. Not quite the answer I was looking for. But that might not actually be a bad answer. Do I have any bricks on me? Not. Okay, so if I just smack this, smack this, smack this, place this here. Torch. And then... Right? Do I get sucked up here? No. Am I blind? Where did it go? Okay, so it didn't wind up there. The drone. Drone must die. There it is, the drone had it. Okay. There we go. Not an ideal solution, but should work, should be fine. Is it actually clearing the building? It kind of doesn't feel like it is. Okay, well, there's a chunk missing from the building, so it must be. No, there isn't a chunk missing from the building. What is going on, then? Sounds like an angry Enderman. What is going on here? Stuck at Y level 64. Just like back here-ish. What's its issue? Did Minecraft break again already? Okay, is it not getting a redstone signal? It is in fact not getting a redstone signal. okay, 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 okay. Cleanup 5 and 6. Cleanup is indeed 5 and 6. Okay. So cleanup is 5 or 6. What is the state? State is 4. Oh, okay. I got so used to seeing 4 meaning that I didn't even think about it when I saw it, but that could be wrong. So it's waiting for the timer. The timer here. Just redo this. I may have been messing with its internal code so it couldn't see the timer go off, maybe? Probably being charitable with that interpretation. Excuse me? What? Why did it just switch from 5 to 4? You're in here, right? Yeah, okay, okay. Oh, I have the terminal still up on the screen. So you guys didn't see that. But it went from 5 to 4. Why'd it go from 5 to 4? Nothing here to suggest that that should happen. Oh, but for some reason that happened there. That needs to be fixed. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping to get to the particle accelerator this go around, but doesn't seem to be happening right now. I looked away for a split second and it might have triggered in that split second, I don't know. Okay, it didn't, but there we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. For some reason, it goes to 5 and then back to 4. Why? Why it do? It should not do. Why do it? Okay, okay, okay. I haven't even talked about all the other changes that I've made, and we're already 2 hours into the stream. God damn it. Perhaps I should have done this off camera. Well, too late now. So it does successfully turn to 5, but for some reason it then immediately returns to 4. Why? Why it am do? Why am do it? I gotta do it. Okay, so state this. Maybe somehow this didn't get updated or something. No, well, that's dumb. I know it did. But we're just gonna and that there, that's the wrong space. There, that there. State 3. State 4. Okay, well, it seems to be somewhat working now. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Now we're just back in state 3 for no apparent reason. Why are we in state 3? Did Minecraft fucking break again? What is going on? Oh. This doesn't make sense. This completely does not make sense. Alright, we're gonna set this to -1, and I'm just gonna frickin' reboot the server again, because fuck. Because I have no idea what the issue is. There's a good chance that it's just simply the server decided to break again for no reason whatsoever. Oh, god damn it. Setting that to -1 will stop it from placing the end crystals before I get in. Why does it keep reverting back to the previous state? There's nothing in the code that would facilitate that, except for returning to 0. Maybe... Did I screw up this? No, this just returns to 0. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Is that a prompt? Okay, that probably means that server is running. no point should it be going back in state. That's freaking weird that it does that. Yeah, I have no idea why it does that. Okay, yes, we are in state 0. Okay, it's detected the end crystals. It did drop the item. Successfully detected the dragon. I don't know why it switched to 2 for a second there. Shouldn't have, but it is in 3 now, so... Why are we still in state 3? It should have moved on to 4 by now. What is going on with the dragon here? Oh, god damn it. Did it fucking break already? Did it fucking break already? That should not be a 1. That should be a 9 right now. Why isn't it a 9? It is hurting it, so... It seems to be healing. That was weird. Not so bad that was correct, it just wasn't doing much damage to it. Why wasn't it doing any damage to it at all? That would suggest that... Excuse me? What? What happened to my sword? Somehow it wound up there. Okay, so that's what happened there. And 6 now. Okay, so it's working now. Okay. Not sure why it missed this chunk here. It's a little weird. Especially since it's supposed to wait on the position if it's not possible. But whatever, I suppose it doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. Who cares about that chunk? And it should have picked up the failsafe item. It did. I'm really curious as to why that got replaced. I suppose that's just what happens when Minecraft breaks. Sometimes it just gets confused as to what the channel IDs are. Admittedly, I've witnessed that happen with fluids, but not items yet. That's a new one. That is a new way in which Minecraft can apparently break. At least it didn't, like, destroy the item or something. Why? What? Wait. Is this set to channel... No, that's set to channel 0. You're set to channel 0. There is absolutely no known reason why there should be soul sand in this chest. None whatsoever. Why is there soul sand appearing in this chest? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Okay, okay. You're channel 0. Where is this even coming from? Like, this is channel 2. This is channel 0. So that is there. What on earth is putting the item in there? Something happens during this phase that causes it to put the item in there. I can't help but to notice that, oh. NBT was given. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean NBT was given? Fail pickup. Oh. Yeah. That is actually correct. Okay. Okay, that was not Minecraft breaking, that was me forgetting my... Okay, what is going on here? Okay, pick up, it's a list. What is here? It's a list with soul sand in it. Okay, so that is correct. Okay, list, but entity was given. Oh, it's complaining that there's items. No. Oh, I see what the issue is. Okay, and I left the terminal up on the screen by accident again. Okay, so what I need to do is this. Pen.item. This is what it is. Yes. Maybe I should have it checked to make sure that the item has been scooped up before it moves on to the next stage. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, and then of course we have soul sand back in this chest again. Oh, got the terminal thing on. Why is there soul sand in this chest? There is nothing here putting soul sand in the chest, as far as I can freaking tell. There is no reason whatsoever for there to be soul sand in this chest. And yet, for some reason, during this phase, something is putting soul sand in this chest. Why? What is it? What is putting soul sand in this chest? Like, it's not these things, and it's putting exactly one soul sand in this chest, which is even more confusing. What is going on here? Okay. Maybe there's something wrong with the tack. No attack not put that in there. Okay. It's specifically with this stage. It's just nothing here that would facilitate that. What is going on here? What is going on? Is it like holding a stack of soul sand for some reason? Okay. Maybe it has something to do with you? Your channel 0, though? Where is it getting the soul sand from? Oops, not what I meant to do. Okay, let's just change this to 1. And I'll change this one to 1 as well. Oh, I left the terminal on my screen again. Okay. And then we'll just change this to 1. Okay. Now... Okay, so... Now... That is correct. That is correct. Okay, I have now changed the interface ID. I have no idea what's causing soul sand to just appear in this freaking chest. Hopefully it will stop now. Okay, so it's got the things there. The failsafe item is deployed. Watch the failsafe item, make sure it goes away. And check these over. Yeah, okay, cool. It picked up the failsafe item. Okay, changing the channel ID stopped whatever it was that was causing that. Nothing should be on channel ID 2, though, other than that, so I have no idea what's going on there. I am at a complete loss as to what was going on there. whatever, I guess. What is going on with the quarry? Why is the quarry not digging up items? You have power. You're no. There's no freaking way you are done. Oh. I guess you might actually be legit done. Okay. I guess while we're here, I can explain the changes. So, I increased the amount of power going to the quarry to speed it up, and for normal blocks, this was fine, but I realized that when it got to the nether layer, it was quickly filling up the inventory here. So I put this chest here to kind of act as a buffer so that it could place just a crap ton of netherrack in here and get to the next layer and still be able to like dig stuff out. And there's like a netherite upgrade here, so it's just pumping things out. Just have it do a double check, make sure it's gotten everything, and I'll move it later. But, well, I suppose that's good news. Let's go. Let's check on this. Let's see how this is doing. Okay, that's empty. That looks good. That's got a lot of crap in it. Not too surprised there. Earlier, this broke here. And so things were kind of building up, which is great. Alright, back to the dragon. Make sure the dragon's working. Okay. So, everything here looks good. So, everything so far is good. Picked up the item because it detected the dragon. Killed the dragon. It didn't put soul sand in this chest. Now it's waiting for the timer. Wish there was a way to like detect that explosion, like some sort of. If I could just simply detect when the dragon exploded, then we could probably advance things a little bit more quickly. Okay, good. Now we're digging things out. So I know what I need to do for the failsafe here. Okay, I need to take this, take this, smack this with the wrench. Okay, so right here on this line, boop. This is Y55. Y55. this down here. Perfectly placed. Okay, no, this is gonna have to wait for me to let it fail again. I was thinking I could do something now, but I really can't do anything with this. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay. And I will... There. That there. Okay, and I will just come back to this when it fails again. Yep. Okay. Yeah, not everything is good. Good. It's digging out. Everything is... Oh. Right. I need to throw the drone back down. Just try replacing that. There we go. The vengeful spirit of the previous drone. Dude, that'd be funny. I have to see. Oh, it's already gone. Never mind. I've gotten trophies for killing the thing. If I pull this up and blue, I got 2 trophies for killing it. Which is funny. Okay. So since we're moving on, let me get my book here of things to talk about. Place it on the ground by accident. Okay. Books, yes. Actually, let's start with jetpack. Jetpack and hearts. So, I have upgraded my jetpack to the unobtainium jetpack. Eats power quite quickly, but I can hover perfectly. There's no drift downward. Very useful for building. And I get much faster vertical go, which is good. And hearts. Probably notice that they are a pink and purple. It's because I have this heart amulet, which I have filled up with heart canisters. There are purple heart canisters that apparently act like totems, but I have absolutely no idea how to put them in here. Actually, you know, screw it. Let's see. Heart canister. Oh, I don't have the recipe. Actually, you know, I could just do this. Boop boop. So if I do that, what happens if I make a purple heart canister? Okay, so does this go? How am... Also, the guide thing is gone. That's interesting. There was actually a guide. Or maybe I pulled up the wiki, but that might have been it. It says I can just use this, whatever it was. It said I could just use this on the thing, but like, where? How? Okay, well, now I need to make another blue canister, which means I need to make all these other canisters. I had them only in temporarily because there was no reason to have them permanently when I just needed that set amount, but because I decided to test this out. No, this one. Okay, well, it's not really needed. It's kind of a redundant thing, especially when I have the backpack that just throws those things into my hand. Alright, and I like that it instantly heals me. Yeah, here. Okay. Put the jar into here. There it goes. Okay. So, what other things to talk about here? Fluix thing. Pretty quick and simple. So I got this working. Not Fluix, Flux, whatever. This works pretty simple, straightforward. Okay, that was concerning. I lost internet for a few moments. Well, it would suck if I do lose internet and the stream just cuts out. That would really, that'd be not great. But whatever, we're still good. We're still cooking. We're going. We're good. Though it's weird that even though I lost internet for a few moments, it doesn't seem to indicate that any frames were dropped, which is odd. But sure, whatever. Anyway, so place redstone. Checks to make sure that there's nothing on the ground that isn't redstone. Because if there's things on the ground that is not redstone, then that means that that it's probably actually already run, and we're not waiting on that. So don't place things down if we're trying to actively clean up the space. If there's nothing already on the ground, or I guess I should say block here, is actually a combination between these two block readers. Just the has block. So if there's a block here or here on these two spaces, then that is true. If there's a block in either of those spaces. So no block. Move on. Nothing other than redstone on the ground. Move on to the next one. Checks to see if we have redstone in the chest. Any redstone that's in the chest, place it down on the ground. Yes, that's pretty much that. Okay. My internet is apparently flapping right now. It's going up and down, up and down. Well, maybe not quite fully flapping, but it's unstable. That's great. Okay. So redstone on ground. If no redstone on ground, then no point in placing obsidian. If redstone on ground, then we check the chest. If there's any redstone in the chest, then don't place obsidian. I want all the redstone that's in the chest to be on the ground before obsidian gets placed. Okay, and then we have pickup. Okay, if there's no obsidian on the ground, then pick up item. Or I guess this picks up any... Okay, this is pick up the items. I thought this was to pick up the block, but this is to pick up the items. Apparently I have low battery, which is great for my headphones. They're gonna die pretty soon. Nice. Anyway, so what was I saying before the thing told me there was low battery? Right, okay. This is to pick up items. It picks up anything that isn't redstone. If not redstone, pick it up. And export. So this should be to move items from the chest to the pattern provider, basically return them to the system. If block, then we're not returning anything because it's currently processing. If there's any redstone on the ground, then we're not exporting anything. And then we're looking in the chest. We're not exporting redstone, but we're exporting everything but redstone here. No, if there's redstone in the chest, then we're not exporting anything. I probably should just have it export the flux. But whatever, it's fine. It's probably fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, this should probably do not push if there's anything in the inventory because lock until the primary crafting result is returned. That would probably be the better way to do that. Because as it is, if it pushes a whole bunch of redstone in there at once, although... No, that's less efficient, but you know, we'll stick with it for now. I might revisit this and fix that later on. For now, it works. I tested it. It good. It good enough right now. Okay, what else? I really hate that. Okay, so grinder. Right, the grinder. So I've been working on this grinder here. I've set it up so that all the spawners are kind of in place here, and I'm able to remotely turn them on and off with this setup here. I pull out a wrench. No, you can't see the line because of the glass. Okay, so the thing has it offset to where the spawners are, so it's able to apply a redstone signal directly to them. And currently having it reading this redstone lever, so I can just turn it off and on. And it's currently just only enabling 2 spawners because that's kind of the limit of the system right now. Weirdly enough, I was having problems actually scooping up all the experience. So I put in a whole bunch more absorption hoppers to pick up the remaining experience. seems to work. The system is able to keep up. It's just doing this sort thing. This doesn't need to be here anymore. Just scoop this up. I have it just going straight into the trash, so I don't have to have an intermediate pipe that requires resources. And yeah, this is pretty good so far. Now, when I have all the spawners going, I pretty much lose all of my frames. When I have 3 spawners going, it pushes entities towards the side and is just not able to grind them all up. So, 2 seems to be the limit for the moment. I'm going to need to possibly make modifications to this a bit more to get it to handle more. And I don't really need the drops from those guys right now, so that's fine. That is fine. Damn it, did it again. What do we got here? Okay, so we got the grinder. We started out with the dragon farm. The pots. So up here, the plant pot things. So apparently the regular potted plant things with no hoppers on them, you cannot actually pull items out from them. So if you want to get items out from them, you have to use the hopper pot, which is annoying. And I don't really have a good solution to that just yet. So trying to come up with other possible candidates here. We got the garden cloche and the hydroponic beds. We have a simulated version. I was kind of excited when I saw this, but I had to look up online to try to figure out how exactly this works. Apparently, what you do is you need a regular hydroponics bed. You plant whatever it is that you want to run in the simulator on top of this hydroponics bed, and you have a simulation data item here, and this apparently requires ether and water to run. Water, okay, that makes sense. I don't know why ether. I'm pretty sure ether is the gas that you get by mining the wither, so that's annoying. And you have to kind of train up the simulation data thing by growing the plants, which is interesting. And then you put the simulation thing in here, and then it's like the hostile neural network thing. The garden cloche, bit more straightforward. Can't remember if it just requires water or something special here. Yeah, I think this was water. This is basically like bone meal or something like that. But this has the issue of it needs light bulbs. Light bulbs, well... Oop, did not mean to do that. Didn't seem to affect the stream. So this requires incandescent light bulbs, which, to automate the construction of these, would require a dedicated machine here just to make the light bulbs. Not a huge fan of that. I'd rather not use these things. I don't know. I'm still debating on it. That's kind of where I am with that. Let's see. The quarry, I kind of showed that already. We've already gone over that. Brine towers. So, I want to make an induction matrix. Induction matrix. So, I want to make an induction matrix to store power in. But, let's see, where is it? Okay. Here we go. Yeah, so, these parts require lithium dust. Lithium dust we get from sort of a gaseous lithium, which comes from liquid lithium. Liquid lithium, which we get from evaporation towers handling brine, which comes from water also in the evaporation towers. So I have gone to a desert and set up 2 towers here. This one is turning water into brine. This one is turning brine into liquid lithium. It is completely full, apparently. What? Why isn't that pumping out? What? This wasn't just pumping out. It had an netherite upgrade to it. Did you guys also lose yours? No, you did. Well, that one didn't have one. Okay, okay. Wait, did this one have another right upgrade, or... Okay, no, I guess it didn't, because that is keeping up with it just fine, or it could just be night. I'm not gonna worry about it, I guess. That's full. This is apparently full. How much lithium we got? That's a good amount of lithium dust. I'm not gonna worry about it. It seems to be running now just fine, reasonably fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna probably just build the induction matrix off camera. It's just a huge structure, basically. No reason to build that on camera. Okay, so... And that's pretty much everything. Next on the list we have the collider. Alright, I am going to go use the bathroom and get a drink, and I will be right back. And I kind of just remembered something changed over here as well. So this could not actually handle the amount of experience that's going through the grinder. So I set 4 tabs and it's still enough, but it's not running right now, so it's not a real huge deal. Actually, kind of want still more ender pearls, so let's figure out where endermen are. Those aren't endermen. That's also not enderman. Surprisingly, that is also not enderman. It's like enderman, but not. This. No. There we go, enderman. Let's just let that just go for a while. Alright, Collider. Okay, the collider room here, yes. Okay, so this would be... RE-Tech. So... got these... got these... Interesting, I have no idea what that's for. We got a sensor of some sort. Okay, so... okay, so... interesting. Okay, so... let's throw down... this here. This here. So you know what? Let's do the semi-smart thing and not build this next to the wall. Because... from what I understand, these kind of tend to go a little boomish. So what direction does this thing move in? Let's get some victim items. We can gunpowder. We can use gunpowder. Okay, so we got this here. Oh, interesting. There goes my headphones. Can I pick these up with this? I cannot. I actually have to break them. Okay, give me a moment while I switch out my headphones. No. They're supposed to be off now that you're charging. You're not supposed to be connecting Bluetooth. There we go. Okay. My other headphones. I should have actually checked to see if they were finished charging. That probably would have been a good idea. Okay, do we have audio? Okay, good. I can hear things and I can see the stream can hear things. Good. Oh, interesting. They're, interesting. So, does the particle accelerator determine what direction the particles are going in, or is it this thing here? Let's place this down here. Let's make a fairly tight circle here. Wait a minute. These might need to be turned to catch particles. So it might need to be something like this. Okay, okay. Now, we need 3 more of these, because I believe each one of those linear accelerators requires one. That. Probably a really bad idea to be doing this inside. But, where's the fun without the boom? Okay, now let's go ahead and just stick in a particle. Okay, that's output. Insert item to accelerate. Item am to be inserted, but acceleration not happening. Why is that? Does that need to be not there? Huh. Okay, so it's there, it's powered up, it just... We don't want to do the whole stack, we just want to do one. So... I can't help but notice the particle accelerator isn't particle accelerating. What are you waiting for? Do you need redstone? Okay. Do you need like a regular track to be here? Okay, that's what it wanted. Stand in the center for safety. Oh, no explosion. Okay. Okay, so that went that direction. So most likely the orientation of these things does not matter. It's just going to push them in the direction that they are facing. Does the orientation of this thing matter, though? Let's see, I had the fork going off in this direction. What happens if it's off in this direction? Yeah, so the linear accelerators do not matter what direction they are facing. They will just continue to push it off in whatever direction the thing is already going in. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. So, does the orientation of this thing determine what direction the particle goes in? That looks like that is indeed the case. .4. I think that means 3.4 blocks. Okay, so is there a way to put like these things down diagonally? I don't think that counts as a diagonal. Okay. Let's find the reasonable center here. Here. Okay, so Need a reader here. Oop, no, drop down some redstone there. Need that button anymore. It's too small. Okay, so we need essentially a 3-block space here. That there. And that there. That there. That there. Boop. 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 Yeah, I'm gonna do that just kind of a safety. Oh, so we never achieved redstone signal of 1. Or at least not here. So what if I was to just simply remove all other linear accelerators and just kind of put down these things here in their place? It's going to be a little bit slower build-up, I think. But okay, everything looks good there. But now the only place that could increase speed is here. That never became 1. So either this thing is facing the wrong way, or let's put that in there. So either that was facing the wrong way, or maybe I just don't understand how this works. I mean, it doesn't actually look like it's connecting to it, which is a little concerning. Like, if that thing was redstone enabled, I would expect this thing to be just kind of a straight line rather than the plus. But who knows? Let's just have the mouse over it. Okay, so next question. Is my starting circle here just too small? Let's try skipping over 2 blocks here. I guess that's probably fine. Oh. You scared the fuck out of me. Okay. Okay, so slightly bigger circle. No, that's too far away. Okay. Okay, so what this tells me is that we cannot rely upon this or that. Okay, so we need to shrink the circle again. This is probably a decent size for a starting thing. Do we actually need the full loop here? Like, can I just kind of do this sort of thing? Oh, that's too close. Can I do this sort of a thing here? And plop down more linear accelerators here. So since it's only being accelerated in this one spot, it should shoot off here. But if this is too small, it will shoot off here. I didn't say it, but I definitely was aware that that was probably going to be a thing. Okay, so okay, well, it's kind of easy enough to fix, really. Just need these things here. There, that, there. Okay, that there, that there. There, that there, that there. Okay. We kind of already know that this is good. But next question is, how big can this get? Should actually be able to jump 2 right here, right? So if I do this, you know, we'll just do that. We'll see if it can jump. Well, no, we already know it can jump 2. Can it jump 3 in this state? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Can it jump 3 in this state? You know, it just occurred to me, if I just count how many times it goes through the linear motor, I should be able to just figure out exactly how many of these things would need to be put in a row in order to just simply bring it up to the needed speeds. Which is an interesting thought. Oh. Okay, that was unexpected. Okay, so I was expecting it to, well, is that simply because it couldn't make the gap? Could it not jump a 2-block gap? Like, why did that happen? Like, I would have thought that when it hit this, got too fast, it would have continued straight into that and then curved, but that didn't happen. Why didn't that happen? No, it still didn't happen. I'm out of things here. No, not it. Worry. You know what? Give me another 16 of these things. I'm probably going to need a lot more. Does it need to be even closer? Like, it's not at all the result I was expecting. You know, it's possible that thing is putting out a redstone signal, but it's just happened so fast that the UI doesn't update to reflect that, and so you still need that to switch it out. Yeah, it shut off from this one here. Okay, so what happens when a redstone signal is applied exactly? Need a lever. Well, that's interesting. Now we have this red thing here. Does that change anything? I am too close. Just go ahead and give me another 64 of these things. I'm going to need them. I probably should have done 32 so I have a nice even number, but whatever, I can have it. Make 32 in a minute. Or not. That might be okay too. No. No, that did not have any sort of effect whatsoever. Okay. Okay, let's place this sensor down here again. So if this thing emits a redstone signal, then it might actually switch that on its own. I kind of want to be looking at that so we have the redstone value there. So this might require like vertical or something. Nope. Still kind of went off into the wild blue yonder, and this thing did not emit a redstone signal. Comparator. Okay, let's see. Is this a comparator thing? Wait, what was that? It output something. I saw it for a second. Okay, okay. What does that correspond to? Does that correspond to the block gap? Might correspond to the block gap. So now it's at 2. Yeah. It's 1.4. What's that? 3. Four. 5. And it's just a constant on 5. 6. 7. So it got to 7 before it failed. In curve distance, 6 point. Okay, so that might actually correspond to the block distance that it needs, that it can jump there. Or something. I have absolutely no idea what that means. But I get more comparators here. There, back into subtraction mode. List, block there. Boop. And then whatever. Use variable lever. Actually, let's need a bunch of these. Need 7. No. Shoot. It's kind of too close to actually function. It'll do what I want it to. This here, fortunately I'm powering it from that side. Move the thing to the other side here. That there. That there. Okay, and then going directly, I have to do it from here. The fuck is that sound? Okay. Okay. Well, that should be one of that 7, so that'd be 7 minus 5, that'd be 2. 1, 2. Yeah, that might be perfect. Actually, let's go one more. I want to verify that. Drop it down 1 if it's too much. You know, it just kind of occurred to me, normal mode is on if it's equal to or greater than, right? So just having on 7 should be fine. Don't really need to do anything fancy. Oh, it did it. I wasn't paying attention. I looked away at that point it did that, so I didn't see what power level was. But yes, so it successfully jumped the gap. This probably isn't necessary anymore. Let's just do it again. This time I'll sit here and watch the power level, make sure it's good. I saw it. Okay, so it was at 6 there. Okay, cool. Well, obviously it was working just fine, but seeing that it's at 6, it's good, because that means this was 7, so 6. Awesome. Okay, well. How much energy did that have? 5.2, or 2.52. How much do I need for plutonium dust? I need... I think that's the speed that it's traveling at, so I need about 2,250 more meters per second. Okay. So, I'm not sure what gate means exactly. So next question, how far will this thing jump? It says 7 blocks, so is it actually 7 blocks or is that just distance there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, I'm kind of starting to wonder if maybe I should do the rest of this off camera. Like, I can't imagine me just iterating upon this. Is going to be all that interesting. I think we pretty much covered everything there is to know here. It's just a matter of putting a bunch of these in, building progressively bigger rings until we get to the level that I want. I guess, question, can I put power here to the top? I can, okay. Or at least it's connecting. I don't know if it's actually accepting power there. Whatever. Anyway, so, I guess I'm going to end the stream here. It's been about 4 hours. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to complete this off camera. So, thank you for watching. Time is it? Oh, it's very AM. Okay, well, have a good morning, I guess. So, yeah, ending stream.